NFL fans, welcome to another call sheet one play breakdown. This is Coach Kevin Smith profiling one play from each of the NFL playoff games, and we are down to the second to last play of the NFL season, the NFC Championship Game, won by the San Francisco 49ers 34-31, a huge comeback over the Detroit Lions after they trailed 24-7 at the half. And the catalyst for San Francisco's turnaround was really a decision made by Lions head coach Dan Campbell to be aggressive. That was his MO all season long, but in this instance, it backfired on him. And so we're going to look at the first of Campbell's big fourth down gambles, this one taking place midway through the third quarter with the Lions up 14 points and deep into San Francisco territory. It's not much of a surprise Campbell decided to go for it here. I mean, again, that had been his MO all season long. He'd been one of the most aggressive fourth down coaches in the NFL. But gambles like this have consequences. And when Detroit was unable to convert here, it really flipped the momentum of the football game. All right, why were they not able to convert? Well, let's look at what the Lions did. They aligned in a 3-by-1 set. Ran a couple of fairly simple route combinations to the three receiver side. They ran sort of a smash dig combo with Jamison Williams on a deep corner route, Amon-Ra St. Brown on the deep in cut, and tight end Sam Laporta chipping the pass rusher here and then sort of hitching up just across the first down marker. Again, it's 4th down and 3. They need to make it to the 25 to get the first down. They bypass a 45-yard field goal attempt in this effort to keep the momentum going, right? On the backside of the play, you got a simple Hank concept. So Hank is NFL terminology for curl flat. You're going to get the primary receiver working up on a curl route where he's supposed to drive back to the ball, and then the running back, Jahmyr Gibbs, is going to work out of the backfield and into the flat. So again, Hank to the top, that's curl flat, and a smash dig combo to the bottom of the screen. San Francisco chooses just to rush 4. They drop 7 in coverage. Quite frankly, it's not great coverage. Jared Goff is going to have receiver Josh Reynolds on the curl route open, and he's also going to have Amon-Ra St. Brown on the dig route wide open in the middle of the field. Now the 49ers are going to get decent pressure off the edge here from Nick Bosa, and that's going to force Goff really to sort of step up into the pocket, and probably by moving him off his spot, you really get him to rush his throw a little bit, and that's going to be the difference in the play as we run it through, right? Watch Goff take his drop. There's the edge pressure. Goff steps up, and he just misses on his throw to Josh Reynolds, the outside receiver on the curl route. Again, watch it. You know, here's the pressure. Goff steps up. Curl just misses outside. So 2 things to comment on as we run this play back again. Watch what happens to Josh Reynolds at the top of the screen when he comes out of his curl route. See that slip right there? We'll run that back one more time. When Reynolds slips, it prevents him from working all the way back to the ball. When you run curl flat, the basic rule on curl flat is to work immediately back to the football when you come out of your route. So as Reynolds works out of his break at the top of his route, right at the stem. Okay, so again, look at Reynolds up here at the top, right? As he is coming out of the top of the stem of his route, he should put his foot in the ground and work back to the football as hard as he can. It's often taught as a race back to the ball. You're racing the corner back to the football. But when Reynolds slips, he's really unable now to get back aggressively, and that football misses just wide and outside. Could he have caught it? Absolutely. Could Goff have put it a little more inside? Absolutely. But Goff, again, is expecting Reynolds to be back a little bit further, and that little slip right there prevents him from getting back. All right, now let's look at the other side. Watch Amon-Ra St. Brown as he breaks in on his in cut. Man, look at the middle of the field. Right now, I know that Goff is obviously releasing his throw right here. Here he is. You can see the football is already in the air because he thinks he's got the curl route. And he does. He does. He doesn't know that Reynolds is going to slip, and that's going to sort of disrupt the timing. But if he can hang in the pocket for a second longer and come off his read, All right, he's got Amon-Ra St. Brown breaking wide open in the middle of the field. This might be 6. If he hits Amon-Ra St. Brown in stride, he might win a foot race to the pylon. It's certainly going to be a first down and a big play. But again, just that little bit of edge pressure from Nick Bosa is just enough to move Goff off of his mark and force him to rush his throw and misconnect with Reynolds. From the end zone view, you're going to see that it's just not a deep enough kick from left tackle Taylor Decker as he gets his depth in order to block Bosa. It looks like he's protecting against an inside rush. And in doing so, he doesn't quite get enough depth on Bosa, and he allows Bosa to sort of beat him around the edge right here. And again, man, that just forces Goff to step up, move a little bit to his right. You're also getting the pocket pushed from the inside. And so, again, Goff can't step straight up. So he's got to sort of move to his right, step up, and then throw off platform. He's not a great off platform thrower, right? Look at how Goff right here, look at his feet. You can see how his feet, right, are off platform, which means they're not set really well. And by them not getting set, he's really not able now to step into his throw the way he would like to. And that winds up causing him to put the ball just a little bit off target, a little bit down and to the right, away from Reynolds, just in a spot where I think Reynolds probably feels like he should have caught this. Again, is this throw impossible to catch? No. It's a challenging catch. And so they're both just a little bit off. Goff's a little bit off on his location. Reynolds probably would have loved to have come up with that catch. Either way, Detroit is forced to give the ball up on downs. And what ensues from there is chaos for the Lions. San Francisco takes control of the football. They wind up scoring on a ball that deflects off of a Detroit defender into the diving arms of Brandon Ayuk. Kind of a freak play there. That gets it to 24-17. The Niners then tie the game up on the following possession after Detroit fumbles. The whole momentum of the contest flips in San Francisco's favor as a result of that Dan Campbell gamble. Now, are we faulting Dan Campbell for that, right? Is that really something that we can hang that loss on that play call? Maybe, or maybe if just Detroit executes a little bit better, right? They get a little bit of a deeper kick from Taylor Decker. They get a little bit of a better ball from Jared Goff. They get a little bit of a better, mechanical execution from Josh Reynolds. Maybe we're not talking about any of this. Maybe we're talking about Detroit in their first ever Super Bowl. But that's not what we're talking about. Instead, it's going to be a San Francisco, Kansas City rematch of the 2019 Super Bowl. And I'll be here for it with my final one-play breakdown of the year. So that's it for the playoffs. It's on to the Super Bowl. And I hope you'll join me when we do our Super Bowl preview videos next week, where we break down how both San Francisco and Kansas City can win the football game. So check back next week. This has been Kevin Smith for the Call Sheet Breakdowns.